First of all, maybe we can just start by basically defining cholera. What is cholera?
Well, cholera is a bacterial infection. It's caused by an organism known as Vibrio cholera. There are very many types of bacteria known as Vibrio, but the specific one that causes cholera is Vibrio cholera. It enters our body through contaminated water, contaminated food, passes through the stomach into the intestine, where it exerts its action, produces a toxin which causes the classic symptoms that we see of cholera.
Okay, and based on that, Dr. Abdi, can we say there is an outbreak of cholera?
I would say we can't actually say unless and until we have confirmed cases, and that depends on what the pathologists will see when they do the culture. Sometimes you can have what we call WHO case definitions, whereby people just use the symptoms to define and say this is cholera. But for you to actually say that this is cholera and this is the serotype, because you have different types that cause the cholera, it has to go to the laboratory. And maybe Dr. Luchika can say more about.
Okay, Dr. Luchika, do we have different types of cholera?
Yes. Now, under Vibrio cholera, there are two main types as well. And this is just dependent on the toxin they produce. Now, when the cholera produces a toxin, this is what causes the classic symptoms of the voluminous diarrhea that a patient will experience, because it prevents normal water and electrolytes from being absorbed, and as a result, they're all excreted out. Now, in terms of diagnosis, Dr. Abdi is correct. You do need a definitive diagnosis, and that's usually made in a laboratory to confirm that actually this patient's symptoms are because of the bacteria cholera. And we do have various tests, the main one still being culture of the bacteria to confirm. And then once we do grow it in the laboratory, we do further tests to try and determine which serotype it is.